understand your theory here is arguing that Article 3 and principles of equity both prohibit federal courts from issuing universal injunctions. Do I have your argument correct?
We argue both of those. And
you argue both
bases.
of those?
Yeah.
If that's true, that means even the Supreme Court doesn't have that power.
The justices of the Supreme Court zeroed in on President Donald Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship and his legal team's push to limit the power of lower courts to block federal policies nationwide. The justices are not expected to rule on the legality of the birthright policy itself. But a ruling that accepts Solicitor General John Sauer's theory on national injunctions could allow the Trump administration to begin enforcing the order. The hearing will examine the practical implications of what happens when a president enforces an illegal policy and no court has the universal power to stop it. Under Sauer's framework, subjects of an illegal executive order would have to bring individual challenges or a class action lawsuit rather than a court issuing a nationwide injunction.
Let's just assume you're dead wrong. How do we get to that result? Does every single person that is affected by this EO have to bring their own suit? Are there alternatives? How long does it take?
Multiple justices seemed unconvinced by Sauer's reassurances regarding litigating potentially illegal executive orders.
You're talking about the hundreds and thousands of people who weren't part of the judgment of the court. They would all have to file individual actions?
Not necessarily.
Or a class action.
A class action would be the way
that makes no sense whatsoever.
So, General Sauer, are you really going to answer Justice Kagan by saying there's no way to do this expeditiously?
The High Court's deliberation arrives against the backdrop of a fractured political climate and a divided bench. Justices including Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, and Neil Gorsuch have called for retiring universal injunctions. Others, such as Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett, have urged caution, citing concerns over legal disuniformity if laws apply in some parts of the country and not others.